Um, Something that's been troubling me lately. This whole I identify as this, I identify as that. And look, a lot of this identification, I want to identify as something else, is, I believe, because I get it, it's when you hate yourself, you know? I feel that a lot, especially today. People will never know how much I hate myself. And I have dreams, aspirations. I make up stories in my head that I'm this and I'm that, and yeah, I'm still me. You know, I, I get it. I truly do. But there is a boundary point that comes with reality that that you shouldn't cross. And too many people today are crossing it. I identify as a cat, I identify as a dog. So I'm going to walk down the street and identify as that. In my dreams, I never identified as that. I identified as something much more majestic, like a king or an important person that saved the world. You know, never dressed up in costume and walked down the street and pretended to be that. It's something I always aspired to be, and I know even now, I'm 49 years old, and I'm never going to complete it. But it's still in my dreams. And that's fine. And that's okay, and I've come to that realization. The dreams help you escape reality. But when you try to mix those dreams with reality, you're coming up with something that's soul sucking. It sucks away your identity and who you really are. You know, and I don't get it. There's no boundaries to anything anymore. You know? Take, for example, look, who, I got no problem with people who are gay, bisexual, or heterosexual. I'm straightforward heterosexual. And to tell you the truth, probably the reason why is because, like, I'm not attracted to this. You know, I like it for myself, but I'm not attracted to it. Even the most feminine looking man on the face of the planet still looks like the most rugged female to me. I'm not attracted to that. Okay? And I get guys who want to identify as women. I have my softer side that I feel at times that I literally want to let out to the world. And it looks so female, but I'm not feminine. And I don't let it out because I'm not feminine. Okay? Got tons of friends that are gay or bisexual. And I used to be homophobic years ago when I was real young in high school and straight out of high school. But when I was 23, I started working at Cedar Point. And when you start working there, man, if you're going to be homophobic, you're going to quit real quick. I'll tell you that right now. And I had tons of gay friends that I hung out with out there. But the cool thing was they knew who I was. They knew I was heterosexual, and they was cool with that. And they were just cool. And there's some of them are, I don't know. I'm not trying to label people, but man, they can be really funny. But anyway, besides the point. And I don't even care about guys that want to identify as female. That's fine. Go ahead. When you're identifying as a cat or a dog and you want to dress up like that and walk down the street like that, then I'm like, question it a little bit. But even if you want to identify as a female, I don't care. Or if you want to identify as a guy, I don't care. The problem I have with that is this new inception that, well, I identify as a female and I'm a man, but I can compete in female sports because I identify as a female. The only problem I have with this, especially with MMA and boxing, females are going to end up getting really hurt, injured beyond belief, and some of them are going to die. If you're going to accept it, fine. I'll accept it too. I'll step back, won't say a word. But realize this is going to become the problem once you do. And it has to do with a simple term, no matter what you identify as. It's called testosterone, something females do not have. And don't get me wrong, there are various different levels of testosterone in men. Okay? Some of them are very low. So if you claim you're a female and you have a very low amount of testosterone and you get to compete in an MMA sport, you still have more than the female that is competing against you. And here's the importance of testosterone. Here's why females do not build up as big of muscle mass as men. Testosterone. Simply put, I don't care what amount of level you have in you, you got more than that female looking across you at the ring that's got her gloves up ready to box against you. You have more than her, which means you're going to have more muscle mass, you're going to be stronger, and she's not going to take a punch as good as you can take it, especially coming from her, because she's a female. Are you guys kidding me? You're going to kill people. This is what I'm telling the world. This is what I don't understand. And I get there's other people that don't understand either. I hear them shouting about it. Maybe I'm just trying another way of explaining it before it gets to a level where everybody says, hey, we fucked up. When you go ahead, allow every guy to fucking jump in an MMA ring and fight a female. Allow every guy to jump in a boxing ring and fight a female. Wait and watch and see what happens. Now, are you going to see them paralyzed, paraplegic, brain dead? You're going to see them die straight up on the mat. Can you imagine that? Watching a guy punch a female and she falls to the mat and just her body jerks, and the next thing you know, there's blood oozing out of her nose and her mouth and she's dead. Think about that before you allow men to do this stuff. Thank you.